Am I wasting my time? Hell no! Is that a lot? You decide. I am dying to know.
Hi, I'm Kristina from Leafy Luster, and today I want to answer another frequently asked question, especially by non-planty people, which is, how much time do I spend on plant care each week? And quite honestly, I don't know. I know the bare minimum is my weekly watering round, which takes somewhere from 2 hours to half a day each week, which is already a lot, but I also have plenty projects I'm pursuing each week. That's why for this week's video, I decided to take you with me for the following week and document all of the plant chores and to-dos I'm going to do, stop the time, and then have a definitive answer once and for all. Let's go. First stop is definitely the couch, because I'm getting a new Anthurium verrucarianum leaf at the moment, and I need to stare at it at least once a day because it changes so quickly. And I'm just so happy that I did not destroy it this time. It unfurled properly so far, so I am not touching it at all. I'm not moving it, I'm not doing anything. And it's beautiful, it's beautiful! Now that's done, let's move to the potting station. I am in dire need to mix some new soil. I've been procrastinating on this for quite a while, and also let's start the timer. Welcome to the floor once again. I'm just now remoistening the cocoa coir I'm going to use. This is going to be a really quick and easy soil mix. I mainly use orchid bark perlite, just some general soil mix from the store, and the cocoa coir. I also add in some slow release osmocote fertilizer, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and while we are at it, just let me know how much time do you spend each week on your plants. I know a lot of you have big collections too, and it is really a lot of work. You know, I have a day off today, and what do you do when you have a day off? Exactly, you do a shit ton of plant chores. So I have a ton of rooted cuttings in water, standing all over the place, in need of a pot and some soil. So I guess I'm just going to work through that today. Ta-da! These are all of the cuttings. I need to make space in the shelf and then just fill it with nice little neat pots. And I think the plants would really benefit if I would finally pot them up. This is your sign. Repot your plants. I have my typical stack of nursery pots right here. These are really cheap, like 10 cents per pot. I'm just going to check out the roots, separate the plants if necessary, and then pot them up. Number one is done. I recently asked you guys on my community tab for questions you get asked often, especially by non-planty people. Creepy Gallery said, I'm done! Oh my god! Do you want to know how much we did today? Let me show you. We filled up one whole tray, like one of these giant trays. Clock says 3 hours on here, so in addition to the 15 minutes I got for mixing the soil, preparing everything, I was potting up stuff for 3 hours. And if we want to be precise, yes, I was filming while potting everything up. This takes a little extra time as well, so even if I take off an hour, if I'm being very generous, it still took me 2 hours to pot all of these up. You might say, well, you're certainly not potting up all of these plants every week. That is right, but I have a planty project almost every week. Building plant shelves, hanging up grow lights, propagating a really big plant, rearranging everything in my house, potting up a lot of stuff. I'm going to clean now, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Today I need to water my fern in my DIY wonder basket. This I can just take it down, pop it in the sink for a few minutes, and the sphagnum moss in there will just wick up the water, and then I just pop it back on the hook.
It's Wednesday, my dudes. I did go to work today, but I just now noticed that some of the plants need watering. I usually water on the weekends, but you know, sometimes they get thirsty out of schedule, and it is normal, and you should not water strictly on a schedule. Let's give the babies something to drink. In the evenings, I like to admire all the new leaves coming in and just be stunned by the beauty of the plants. The Verrucchianum queen leaf, obviously, but also a crystallinum leaf. We've got a new leaf on the Rhaphidophora foraminifera. There's finally some new growth on my Escalato. Pretty cute. I also need to sort out a few plants that I want to sell tomorrow. Someone is picking them up. We've got a few Monsteras, more Monstera, and a few Monstera albos as well. And I've got a few options for the buyer. Since I'm already at it, I want to check on all of the propagations that I did in my last video. They're all in my grow shelf now, so let's see how they are doing. I also want to check the grow wall. It seems that the grow box is still watered enough. If I can remember, I try to open my boxes at least like once a day and just leave them open for like half an hour, maybe longer. Sometimes I forget, but you get the gist. Just to release a little bit of the humidity and get some airflow in the box. I also do blow into the box to make some airflow. I don't know if this is like doing anything or if this is bad. So just tell me I'm not crazy and you're doing this too, please. Thank you. This took me 26 minutes to do, subtracting maybe 6 minutes for moving the camera. I'm still adding 20 minutes to the counter. Oh, and I gotta add 5 more minutes for admiring the Verrucchianum leaf again. See you tomorrow. I'm back home from work. I am absolutely tired and I still have to edit a video, so I'm just going to do absolutely nothing at all regarding the plants and just be my potato-y editing self and just do that for the rest of the evening. It's Friday, my dudes! Finally! Okay, so I managed to come home a little bit more early today. Thank God. So I have a little bit of time to do something I've been postponing for a while now. It's mostly like 5-minute fixes. So let's start the clock. I have a giant pothos right here. It used to grow up the wall, but once it fell over and I never really did anything about it, it started growing all weird to the side, and I want to pin it back up and maybe around the window or something. Kinda look like Hagrid, don't I? Never mind. So let's take this down. It is already attached to the wall with some clips. Let's get some more, I don't know, clips or nails or hooks or whatever. Since I forgot to buy new hooks, stick-on hooks, I'm gonna use these to bend the nail and make a little hook out of it, basically. At least that's the plan. Oh no. It seems like they are not made to be bent. Let's just see if I can bend those little ones. We will have the worst little tiny hooks ever. Okay, try it again with another nail and it seems to work out with these as well. Let's try this. The good thing is I already have a few holes in here. This plant is not helping at all. Much better. So my new method is to put in a straight nail, take it out again, and then put in the bent nail. Okay, I think that's about it. I think that's fine. Yes, I guess it works. Let's put it like this, and then it can continue growing here. I think it will look even better once the leaves turn towards the light, but I like it so far. Since I already took down the Hoya pubicalis, I'm also going to clean the leaves because look, oh my gosh, what a shame. Do you see this? I'm such a bad plant mom. Yeah, that's all dust on the leaves. So I'm going to probably just shower it. Okay, I'm done, and no use-spill water on yourself. Hanging them up. It's especially important as winter preparation to clean your leaves off of the dust so they can take up all the sunlight that they can get, because it's a very precious resource in winter. Ta-da! Let's just chop this because it's not growing, and I think I damaged one of them already. Just look at the mess I made. Ugh, I'll have to clean this now. Next up, my Monstera fell over yesterday and there's dirt everywhere and I still haven't picked it up. So yeah, that says something about me, you know? Oh my god. So much for 5-minute tasks. Let's check the clock. We are at 45 minutes. This took way longer than I thought. Let's subtract 5 minutes for moving the camera. So we are at plus 40 minutes of plant care for the week. At least the plants are finally clean because they were so dusty. I'm really ashamed of myself. I think I saw 2 plants that desperately need some water. I don't want to wait for the weekend to water them.
It is time for a little plant stroll. My Hoya linearis is flowering at the moment, which is very exciting. It's my first time. And I also need to water my Calathea warscewiczii. And last but not least, do some plant watching, check on my Hoya Anthurium once again.
It is Sunday. I spent half the day watching Netflix series on the couch. Got that going for me, I guess. But it is time for my watering round. I really need to check all of the plants and at least see if they need water or not. I also have the feeling that I'm like super out of sync with the watering schedule. It's not really a schedule, but you know, I really do want to check each and every single plant just so I know that I have checked all the plants and did not forget anyone. Do you know what I mean? I love to use my watering hose. When extended, this thing is 10 meters long and I can reach everywhere in my home. This is so handy and it changed my life. I wouldn't want to miss this anymore. It saves me so much back and forth to the sink to get my watering can refilled. It is definitely the best thing I ever bought. We started the clock. Moving on to my little grow shelf here. With those trays I can just water the tray and then the plants will wick up the water from the bottom. You could either squish the leaves, feel if they are still plump or not. You can lift up the pots, see how heavy they are, if they are still moist. If you have clear pots on your plants, you can also just check and see if the soil is still wet or not. I'm done on this one, so let's get on. Actually, this box saves me a lot of plant care time because I don't need to water it as often. It holds a lot more water, and I feel like this helps me out a bit on the time front.
Let's check out my little DIY greenhouse. We have a little Brandyanum action right here, and actually the leaves are starting to look good again. I also have a nice Philodendron melanochrysum in here. It's actually getting a new leaf as well, very nice. And just look at those little cute leaves, they are so cute. Then I have a really sad Begonia mainensis in here. I don't know why, but it is just not doing well. I also need to water a few more plants, open up my boxes again. And then I have this little tray with the felt mat on bottom. I can just bottom water this and the plants will wick up the water that they need. The next big part is the grow shelf. There's a lot of plants in here. It takes a while to check them. Ever since I put in the watering trays, it has made life way easier.
Done. These plants right here are really freaking dry.
I've got a Hoya compacta, some skin dapses, a fernleaf cactus and a ripsalis, I think.
I also have a few plants outside.
Last up is the bedroom. I have all of my sun-loving or sun-tolerating plants in here.
We are done. I stopped the timer at 1 hour and 8 minutes. Let's just say it was like 1 hour of plant care for watering all my plants, or at least checking on them. Quite honestly, 1 hour for watering like 150 plants maybe is not even bad. I think it is time to head over to the resume.
Welcome to the analyst's desk. Let's sum up all of the results and we are at 5 hours and 10 minutes. Now, is that a lot? I really don't know. Quite honestly, you decide. To answer the second question, am I wasting my time? I love what I do, and putting time into a hobby that you love and that is relaxing to you is never a bad time. I think every minute is absolutely worth it. Now, I do want to put it a little bit more into perspective. 8 hours are spent on sleep, 8.5 hours I spent on work, 1 hour of commute, and then you have like 2 hours for cooking, eating, hygiene, bathroom time, you know what I mean. This leaves us with only 4 hours in a day to spend on family and friends, grocery shopping, Netflix and chill, other ambitions, or plant care. On the weekends we usually have a little bit more time to spend, but this is mostly reserved for friends and family, dates, visiting, traveling. In my case, my side hustle, which is YouTube, filming, editing, or selling plants. Now, I am dying to know how much time you spend on your plants roughly in a week. You can measure it precisely, or it can be an estimate. It's okay if it's more or less or whatever. I just would love to know and compare and share our experiences. So please leave a comment down below. And if you want to dive deeper into the plant community and some frequently asked questions that we as plant people often get, I want to suggest this video right here. I'll see you next time. Until then, enjoy your plants and goodbye. I'm sorry, I was sick.